Good morning, Kara. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Kara is one of our top-notch staff members here at the center, and Kara is going to be getting a little bit of Botox today. Kara, you've had Botox before and enjoyed its benefits, but I'd like to talk with you and our audience a little bit about why you get Botox and what it's going to do for you and what it can do for you too. So when Kara first asked me about getting Botox, she had already seen that many patients had been coming in and out getting their Botox and started to look at some things that were going on for her and thought, maybe this could be for me too. So what the vibe is that we're looking to get out of Botox is not that you've erased a line or lost a wrinkle, but that you have a more refreshed, awake, alert, getting kind of an enthusiastic look to your face, an interested look to your face. One woman expressed to me that Botox makes her look like she's been on vacation for a couple of months. So it's that whole thing, getting good sleep and feeling good about yourself. Botox, like any procedure, even a surgical procedure, shouldn't look like you had something done. It should just create this impression, as I said, of being less stressed, rested, and awake, fresh. So there are some key things for the face that take away from those types of images we've talked about. And Kara, if you would kind of frown for me a little bit, you just don't frown that much. You'll hear sometimes people talk about the 11s or having a couple of lines in here. You can relax now. This is kind of part of having not a very relaxed or pleasant, awake look to the face. Kara, if you give me like kind of a surprised look, Kara, I think some of your Botox might still be working from the last time. So maybe it's better to look at my face if you want to see what horizontal lines look like on the forehead. Kara, I think your Botox is probably still working a little bit. Another thing, forgive me Kara, but just having a little bit of a heaviness to the eyebrows or to the eyes can create a little bit of a sleepy look. And one of the things we like to achieve with Botox is to kind of get that eyebrow lifted a little bit, and it creates a more open look to the face and a little bit more of an aesthetic shape to the eyebrow. A lot of people don't know that can be done with Botox, but we do that all the time. Calling these crow's feet this is like a crow's toe. It's not even the whole foot, it's just one little line. But the lines that appear at the corner, we have these loving terms that we use, like crow's feet. When you smile, a smile is a beautiful thing, but softening those crow's feet, getting the eyebrows elevated, softening in here, softening the forehead, all of these together are like a painting that then creates an impression of being rested, relaxed, awake, interested, and happy. Botox can work equally as well for someone like Kara who barely needs it, as well as someone, say like me, that has like a lot of lines and really wants to have a much more refreshed look. Because Botox is like a paintbrush, and we can either use it delicately to just enhance and soften and beautify, or we can do a little bit more intense work. This is the beauty. It has a lot of utility in that way. And the Botox process is pretty simple. It involves a series of some very, very tiny injections. It takes maybe about 5 minutes to do. And when you get your Botox, do you typically see your results like right away, or does it take a couple of days? What happens?
That takes about a week or a week and a half.
Yes, it can. So in some people, they'll see a little something within like a day or two. But for most people, it kind of comes on slowly, which is actually wonderful. So you don't like show up to work or at home and like within a couple of hours have this drastic, it's never drastic, but an obvious change in your appearance. It kind of comes on slowly. And I think that's actually an advantage of the way Botox works. And it also wears off slowly. It lasts for most people about 4 months, maybe 5 months. But it wears off so subtly that a lot of times people don't even realize it's the Botox that's worn off. They'll sometimes say, why am I looking so tired? And then they'll realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm not really tired. It's been 4 months, it's my Botox. They get so used to seeing their faces in this refreshed way that it doesn't even dawn on them that it's an effect from what we did here in the office with their Botox. So we're gonna get Kara to ice for a little bit, and then we'll do a couple of injections so you guys can see what's involved. All right, Kara, you've just completed a few minutes of chilling down, and as we discussed, we're gonna be softening the mild lines that you have between the eyebrows, the forehead, kind of keeping that going of what we've done in the past. I think we're going to give a little bit stronger priority to getting your eyebrows lifted to give you less heavy look and get you a nice arch to your eyebrows, and getting into those crow's toes. Remember, they're not faded toes, okay? This is just a little bit of alcohol. We're going to clean things off a little bit just to kind of get things a little sterile. You know, as doctors love to use alcohol. That's part of the union. We have to follow the requirement of using alcohol everywhere. There we go. All right. And we've got our Botox all set. You're gonna feel a couple of little tiny pinches, and I'll try to make it as comfortable and easy as I can, okay? So we're first gonna have a couple of little tiny pinches right here between the eyebrows. Very tiny, very gentle, very easy. Is that okay? You doing all right? Is it horrible?
No.
Not too bad?
Not at all.
Oh, you're doing super. Kara, you did great, and we finished your Botox treatments, and now we're gonna have you just ice things down, chill things down for a couple of minutes again, just kind of relaxing, limit the chances for having any significant bruising or swelling. And you did wonderfully. We'll have you here just a few more minutes, and I know you're good, but remember, we just want you to keep your head elevated for a little bit, and otherwise you really don't have any special instructions or precautions. We expect that you'll be seeing the results from your Botox probably within the next couple of weeks. As you pointed out, you don't usually see too much in the beginning, but after a few days you do. And it can take up to 2 weeks to see the results, but then hopefully you get a good 4 months, 5 months plus out of your Botox treatments. Thank you so much. You have a great day.